Hello, and welcome back to the very monarchical podcast. Today we are celebrating the life of Queen Elizabeth II, who has died today. And with me, as always, is my partner in love and in life, Link Labrador.
Hello. Yes, I am the Link Labrador, the king of time and space.
The king of time and space. Oh, dang it, huh? Took that title before I could.
Exactly.
So what do you think will come next for England?
Well, it's going to be business as usual because the English are very good at keeping a firm upper lip in the times of tragedy and death and destruction.
It's true.
They're very good at it. They're very good at standing firm and all that nonsense.
Yes.
Keep calm and
carry on.
Exactly.
That's the motto. That's the motto. Keep calm and carry on.
If England can survive World War I, World War II, COVID, the loss of the Queen, tragic it may be, it's not the most devastating thing that's ever happened in their lives.
It's true. The Queen doesn't really have that much power, or the King doesn't really have that much power anymore.
No, the King doesn't do shit.
I would be very interested to speak with a scholar on this topic, because it seems like the Queen's power or the King's power has diminished quite a lot during the time of Elizabeth's reign. After all, we went from I remember how long ago it was that England went from just like pure monarchy to a parliamentary democracy. I don't remember. It's been a while since I studied
almost
English
like the Queen
history.
of England had the right idea.
What do you mean?
Well,
Dying?
no. Turning it to a representative democracy.
Turn right.
Where the Queen of England is simply exists.
Yes. I wonder when that was. Let me look it up. Let's see.
Maybe the Queen didn't trust her son, so she decided to change the entire ecosystem.
Yeah. When did English monarchy lose power? Okay. In 1642, the conflict between the king and the English Parliament reached its climax and culminated in the execution of the king after the English Civil War. In 1649, the overthrow of the English monarchy and the establishment of the Commonwealth of England. Interesting.
But yes. So, with that little tidbit, the Queen of England has passed. Much sadness goes around the world. Here in the United States, we have 18 million things to worry about. Ukraine's still on fire. And Russia, end this stupid war. Thank you.
Yeah, unfortunately, the war in war in Ukraine still rages on. Oh God, did you hear that Putin came out with a statement of like, oh, we haven't lost anything. We're winning. Sounds like his good friend Trump. This, oh, we're winning here, we're winning there, winning everywhere. So dumb.
The Ukrainians stole Russia!
Of course!
Watch Ukraine. Next thing you know, the next headline is, Ukraine invades Russia!
Oh my God. I wouldn't surprise me at this point, after all of their, after all the aggression that Russia put towards them. Ukraine might be like, oh, we want to take some territory. I certainly hope not, but...
Ukraine winds up taking over the Kremlin.
This becomes the Republic of Ukraine or something. Jesus.
Next thing you know, Ukraine's walking out giant death robots or some shit.
Well, in the game of civilization... Okay, here's an interesting question.
Yes.
In the game of civilization as it's being played in 2022...
Oh, yeah.
Where are we in terms of the game?
Oh, my God. let's see.
We've got barbarians from all different sides, especially Russian barbarians.
Okay. In the game of civilization,
Yes.
China is still stuck with the communist civic.
Yeah.
The United States hadn't moved on from democracy.
Well.
A representative democracy.
Well.
Hi, horses.
Horses.
Let's see. I know where we are. Whatever. Japan is about to start building giant death robots.
They've already started. It was for like an art exhibition or something, but they built a Gundam a few years ago. It was like more of a statue than an actual death robot,
I mean, Japan is on the verge of a scientific victory.
Oh my god.
Let's see. The other countries are just kind of doing their own thing.
How long until we just look up into the sky and it says, "Play of the game"?
That would be the Hunger Games. Damn it!
Oh god.
Yes, no. Japan's on the verge of a scientific victory. China's going for the domination victory.
Yeah.
Russia's going for the domination victory.
Is there like a trade victory or like a economic victory? It's been a while since I've played Civilization.
The scientific, cultural, domination, religious.
Oh.
And there's a fifth one. Civic.
Ah. Interesting.
I've never actually gotten the religious victory.
Oh, yeah?
I've never tried.
Destroy them all with religion.
It's basically you create one world religion.
Interesting.
Or you create one world government.
Right.
Or you take over the world.
Right.
Literally just take over the world. My last game, I was playing the United States. I wound up a science god, and then I marched across the world and killed everyone with Bob the Destroyer.
Bob the Destroyer, the giant robot.
The giant robot.
Yes, you're welcome for that name, by the way. He called the robot Bob the Builder, and then I was like, what about Bob the Destroyer?
No, it's Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder.
So I wound up taking over the world, and I wound up nuking 20 places?
Jesus.
I dropped 20 nukes.
Very, 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 very diplomatic of you, I'm sure.
Against people with muskets.
Jesus Christ.
They had a few tanks.
What is the poem that they used to say about the British Empire? How fortunate that we have the Tommy gun and they have not, or something like that.
Yes.
Whereas yours would be, how fortunate that we have the bomb and they have not. Jesus. So wait. Are you telling me that you were Hitler? Just, you got the bomb really early in the game.
I was a successful version of Hitler.
Oh my god.
Basically.
We are so fortunate that we do not live in the timeline where the Queen of England decided to be the atomic power Gandhi, the evil Gandhi from Civilization, of just nuke them all.
Yes, my name is Elizabeth. Nuke them all. Make them all into radioactive dust.
We are gonna stop, boop, boop.
Boop,
Stop,
boop, boop.
bop, boop. Stop, boop, boop. We are gonna stop, boop, boop.
All right, and welcome back from that commercial break. I hope that you enjoyed those hairy ball raisers or whatever, purple mattress or whatever it is that you were just chilled there.
Exactly. So, the question of the day is religion. What draws people to it at the end of the day? And why does religion matter?
Yes. Well, this is an excellent question. And one of the things that I find interesting about this question of why is religion something that's so common among human culture? some people think that because religion is present in basically every human culture, that it's like, oh, well, there must be a higher power. There must be. Because if it's universal, so to speak, with all human beings, then it must be universal, supposedly. So goes the argument. So, here is my perspective on this.
Okay.
So, in the church that I grew up in, which was the Protestant church, one of the ways that we described religion to, if we were trying to convert someone to the faith, was there's a hole in your heart, there's a hole in your soul, a God-shaped hole that only God can fill. Now, in a more secular context, it's quite funny that a man can fill a hole in you. But what they're trying to say is that there are desires in the human soul or the human spirit that only a god or a religion can fill. And of course, in their opinion, their religion is the right one.
Yes, and moving into my ideas of religion, I didn't grow up very religious. Actually, if anything, we went to church for a little while, and then my mother overheard one of the priests talking shit about my brother, and we just never went back.
Wow. That makes sense. So the reason why I bring up this example of the God-shaped hole, quote unquote, if anyone who's been to a Protestant church has heard this argument, the God-shaped hole. Now, the reason why I think that religion is so prevalent around the world is because it fills these desires that all people have.
Okay.
So, there are a couple of things that everyone wants in terms of a couple of things that everyone wants. Certainty, security, and knowing what happens after death. These are the things that are common for all people to think about and to want an answer to these questions. Now, a scientist, a person who is a materialist specifically. So not all scientists are materialists, but in general, scientists deal with the material world and anything that can be observed in the material world. We don't say, atoms move around. Atoms jiggle around with heat because God jiggles them.
Yes, we don't say that. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, there is either a rhyme and reason for everything, or there's an omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent being that makes atoms jiggle around. Well, the likelihood of God existing, not existing, which gives many people an existential crisis, I don't know why, be your own God in life, and when you die, greet the Grim Reaper like a friend. Don't worry about it.
Right.
If you get, for example, Final Destination in some way, then, well, that's how your run ends. I'm sorry. We don't know what happens after death. We're trying to figure it out, but to figure it out fully, we would have to carry out highly unethical science experiments.
Well, and the likely thing is that even carrying out, even in principle, we could not figure it out because it deals with metaphysical things. So the physical, the material world, metaphysical, the non-material world. And so again, coming back to my example of, why is religion so important to so many people? The reason why is because it gives these certain answers to very difficult questions. Now, another part of your question was, why do people believe that their specific version is correct? And the reason why is because certainty is part of the reason why it's appealing. And so people are certain that their specific form of religion is the right one.
So it's worth going to war over? It's worth killing people over?
Absolutely.
Why bother?
Great question. So,
live and let live. Yeah, the person next door could be an asshole, but look at more than just what, he's doing. Take a look at your life and your circumstances and realize, hey, wait, this guy's an asshole? He's a dick to a lot of people. But, on the other hand, he doesn't. I mean, the people that he, screws over, generally move on with their lives and they go do more interesting things. So is the person screwing them over or doing them a damn favor? Some miniature troll on the internet, no matter how much power he thinks he has, doesn't really have that much power over you.
Right.
That's the thing. Guys, relax.
Right.
No one has power. No one truly has power over you.
Interesting.
Because you have the option to quit your job whenever you want. You have the option to kill as many people as you want.
Jesus.
You have that option in life.
Well, and
the vast majority...
similar to Alinsky's principles is you have those kinds of extreme options in the case of extreme evil. In terms of, a Nazi Germany or a North Korea, the violent resistance is the only type of resistance.
Exactly.
Whereas in a peaceful, democratic democracy, you don't have to go to the extremes of, I'm just gonna kill him.
Exactly.
It hurts your cause rather than helping it.
Yeah. Well, even that depends on what your end goal is. If your end goal is to be the Joker, then
I certainly hope not.
If your end goal in life is to just embody the principles of the Joker,
Jesus,
cause chaos. There's a deer over there.
Of course.
Cause chaos, and simultaneously take down the mob, expose the police for the corruption that they have, expose Batman for how corrupt he is.
Yep.
If you want to be the perfect hero, anti-hero, villain all at the same time, there's nothing in the world stopping you.
Interesting.
Because it comes down to individual will, knowledge, and keeping your plans as convoluted and secret as humanly possible, but involving as many moving elements as you can, without having the elements talk to each other. Because a mafia don isn't going to go talk to the police. The police want to leave the mafia don alone.
Right.
So
you've put a lot of thought into how to become the Joker. I'm a little bit disturbed by this.
I have, in my opinion, the Joker is one of the best anti-heroes there is.
Okay.
He's better than the Punisher. The Punisher just murders people.
Right.
Red Hood just kills people.
Right. Deathstroke kills people.
Deathstroke kills people for money.
Yep.
The Joker kills people for a purpose.
He kills people to create chaos.
And in that chaos,
I like how this started out as an episode about Queen Elizabeth, and now it's an episode about the Joker. It's great.
Well, at the end of the day, the Joker creates chaos in the same way that you light a fire in a forest. The chaos and the fire do the same job of removing the deadwood, removing the corruption.
Interesting. You think that Joker removes corruption?
Yes.
Interesting.
He kills innocent bystanders along the way, but I didn't say he was a superhero. No, he's a hero of the people.
Interesting.
Sometimes. He's a hero of people.
I can hear the ghost of Todd Phillips. Yes, my Joker is the best Joker. Yes.
It really was one of the best Jokers.
Okay. Are you saying that people should come to our political rallies dressed as the Joker?
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Let's put a smile on your face.
I mean, that's essentially what we're planning to do anyway, is
Just be the Joker in the presidential office. Oh my god.
effectively be the Joker in the presidential office, yes.
I don't know about that. I will be Batman and you can be the Joker.
I mean,
America, listen.
that is not a cool way to play Batman.
I gotta stop the Joker from destroying democracy.
Well, here's what we're gonna do. Now, getting back to the Queen.
Mm-hmm.
The Queen of England just passed away. And here's how she passed away. They're not gonna tell you how she... The official story is that she passed away peacefully in her sleep.
During the middle of the day, sure.
During the middle of the day. No, she died of a drug overdose. A legal drug overdose.
Where did you hear this information? I've never heard this other than from you.
It is in the official... What is it? It is in the official rhetoric, the official will of the Queen of how she wants to pass away.
Okay.
It's part of the London Bridges Protocol.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So she died of a legal drug overdose. Painless drug overdose, by the way.
Fair enough. I mean,
It was just a pretty badass way. It was just a badass way to go.
she's got like all her kids around her, and she goes,
All right, time for some heroin. I've always wanted to know what opium was like.
Yeah. No, she died on the best trip of her life.
"Oh my god."
Which, given how old she is, badass way to go.
That's funny.
I want to raise awareness about drug overdose in the UK by overdosing as my form of death.
Jesus.
Now we have King Philip.
King Philip. King Charles III. 73 years old.
That's gonna be he's gonna be king, and then he's gonna pass away in 10 years.
Probably.
So who's the next in line?
I don't know. Let's see. Who is in line for the throne after... Let's see.
Philip.
Prince William!
How old is he?
Let's see. King Charles III and the New Line of Succession on yahoo.com.
Of course.
Let's see. We mourn the Queen Mother. Prince William, the 40-year-old Duke of Cambridge.
Okay.
Prince Harry is 5th in line. Interesting.
Didn't Prince Harry get exiled? Isn't he living in LA somewhere?
Something like that. He and the princess are living in Canada, I think, or somewhere. I don't remember.
It wasn't Canada. It was LA.
Oh, okay.
In their multi-million-dollar mansion, and they're
Of course.
hard for cash.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, we'll have to bring them on the podcast and ask them, how dare you? How dare you steal from the good people of the UK to live in your Los Angeles mansion?
Nah, they're like, yeah, we're not stealing. We have more money than we know what to do with, to be honest.
Jesus.
Honestly, I'm glad she's dead.
Jesus.
I'm glad she's dead. We can actually get back to the throne. We can go back to Westeros and the throne.
Go back to Westeros. I must take my rightful throne.
We must take the Iron Throne back.
Oh my God.
That doesn't have any real power. You would say they don't have any real power, but the Queen, the Queen had made sure that she had as much power as possible. She actually had all the power.
See, that would be really funny if it was like, oh God, what do we do? The Queen was the head of the Illuminati.
Ha! We knew she was the head of the Illuminati. We had replaced her ages ago. It's fine.
Oh my God.
Jeff Bezos was next in line.
Jesus. You were talking about Lex Luthor earlier.
Yeah, Lex Luthor is Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos looks and acts exactly like Lex Luthor.
It's true. Jesus Christ, dude. The fuck? Drive.
Well, for our next segment, I have a suggestion.
Yeah?
We'll do another quick commercial break, and then we'll go back into it.
Yeah.
Welcome back, and okay, so here's what I want to do.
Yeah.
You were asking me about Star Wars Galaxy Connection in Hot Springs, and I want to tell you the full story about this place because it is a joy. It is a. If any of you ever visit the town of Hot Springs, Arkansas, here is where you should go. It is called Galaxy's Connection, featuring Star Wars, because obviously they don't have the official license to use Star Wars. So it's this guy who he had a bunch of Star Wars stuff, including a bunch of life-size models of the characters.
I see.
And so what he did was he built these little incredibly cute dioramas around the characters. So he has like a Darth Vader, and then he built a little like wooden Death Star interior around Darth Vader. And
why didn't he just build that out of Lego?
That would have been interesting, but expensive.
I mean, not much more expensive than just building it out of wood.
Fair enough. For Yoda, of course, he built Dagobah because it didn't cost very much. It's just a bunch of, like, Halloween spider webs. And he's got one for, I think, Boba Fett, and I think he has, like, a big metal, like, sculpture of Darth Vader as well.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. It is.
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. The Lego wouldn't have worked out. It's too small.
Yeah, it's a little small one. But, and then he's got a bunch of other, like, memorabilia that he's collected as well. Now, at the very end of the tour, you get to choose whether or not you think that Jar Jar Binks was a good character. And to my shock and dismay, about 2/3 of the votes were for Jar Jar Binks is an awesome character. I was like, oh no.
I mean, Jar Jar Binks could have been an amazing character.
That's true.
And here's why. George Lucas's original plan was to have Jar Jar Binks a secret Sith villain.
That's a fan theory, but it could be true. It has not been confirmed officially.
Man, I'm going with that was George Lucas's original plan.
There are a lot of indications that it could be. It's just, it has not been confirmed.
Actually, Jar Jar Binks is just, that would be funny if Jar Jar Binks was, Palpatine's old master.
Oh my god, that would be funny. Jar Jar Binks would be what? Lord, Darth Plagueis Wise.
Yes.
I'd have trouble finding the wise being description of
And
Jar Jar.
here's how he did it.
Okay.
By acting like the fool,
Oh.
pretending to be an idiot,
Mm-hmm.
acting like a fool, and using lots and lots of Sith suggestion.
Oh my god. Of course. That's funny.
Because here's how you hide in plain sight as a supervillain.
Mm-hmm.
You don't make it obvious you're a supervillain.
Exactly.
Make it look like you're an idiot, and people leave you alone.
Fair enough.
He's just an idiot. No, actually, I'm the smartest person in the room, and you're screwed in about 30 different ways.
The King David defense.
Yes.
Fair enough. But the pièce de résistance is the pamphlet that they give you at the end of the tour,
Yeah.
where it tells the story of this person who created this museum.
Yep.
And he's like, I just wanted to create this museum because I love Star Wars and I love Jesus. And he's like, if you haven't accepted Jesus as your savior, do the right thing and do it today. And I'm just like, oh my god. What? What does this have to do with Star Wars? So funny. It is so funny. And yet so sincere. It's like The Room, where the reason why The Room is funny is because it's so sincere. And this guy clearly put a lot of passion into this, making the dioramas and all of this. And then he clearly put a lot of passion into writing this pamphlet about Jesus with Star Wars characters printed all over it.
Well, I don't know. He created a pamphlet about Jesus. Awesome.
Yes.
Sure.
But,
Why not?
Sure, why not? Definitely the best tourist attraction there that you can go to for sure. At least if you're a nerd like me, which if you're listening to this podcast, you probably are.
We're going to the Crater of Diamonds at some point, right?
Absolutely.
We'll have to take We'll take a weekend.
Oh yeah. We should probably go every so often and stock up on jewels.
Diamonds.
We'll have to watch some YouTube videos about how to find them because they can be a little bit difficult to find.
ADHD.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you won't have any trouble.
It's like, here's the diamond. Here's the diamond. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one.
Yes, use the power of ADHD.
You find one the size of your fist. I'm keeping this.
Jesus. Ah, yes, it's the second Hope Diamond. It's cursed by furry knowledge.
You just find one. You're just like, what the? I'm putting this in the case.
Yep.
I'm not telling anyone I have this.
Oh my god.
So like an $18,000 diamond. Oh, we're selling that.
Yeah. Well, people have done it. People have found like $50,000 diamonds there.
Oh yeah, or $100,000 diamond. We're selling this.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Right.
Is it worth more raw or is it worth more cut?
Oh, cut, of course.
So if it's a $40,000 diamond, how much would it cost to get it cut?
I don't know. That's a good question. Couple thousand, probably.
Could you work a deal out with the jeweler?
Sure.
Go.
I've got 17 diamonds.
I've got 70 diamonds here. And I want this one cut. Can we work out a trade?
Exactly.
How many do you need?
I do still find it very funny that people are like, oh, diamond is so beautiful.
I mean, diamonds are beautiful. Yes.
And meanwhile, our diamond is forever. Our diamond is so special. And meanwhile, it's like, well, a diamond is just carbon crushed into a small space. Whereas the gold on the ring had to be created in a supernova. Carbon did not have to be created in a supernova. Carbon is typically created inside of a star, just a regular burning star. Whereas gold can only be created in a supernova because it is heavier than lead. And elements that are heavier than lead, that are not created in a lab, can only be created in a supernova.
So which is the truly valuable? The gold or the gold or the diamond?
From the perspective of a scientist, it's all valuable. It's all stardust. But I think that it being made out of a supernova is pretty cool.
It is. Now, personally, I find a lot of beauty in a diamond. Are they worth what you see in a store? No. And here's why. It's boring. It's a boring story.
Yes.
Oh, I love you so much. I bought you this diamond ring.
I bought you this diamond.
I bought you this diamond ring. You'll love me forever. Oh, and if you ever have sexual encounters with another man, I'm dumping you.
Oh my god.
But why does it... I mean, I'm gonna be loyal forever and never have sex with another person in my life. Okay.
Now, I have a suggestion. I think that would be an excellent topic for a podcast.
I think so.
Let's finish this one.
Let's finish the one about the queen and
Yes.
what was in her will? That's my question.
Oh god, I don't know.
I know that her will was most likely sealed to the public.
Oh,
for the
I'm
next,
sure.
like 50 years, but
Yeah, probably.
thank you. Get out of my way.
Get out of my way. But yes, thank you so much for listening. God save the king! King Charles III!
He's gonna be around for he's gonna have maybe a decade-long reign. If he's lucky.
Yeah.
Or he dies on a fishbone tomorrow, who knows?
If only. We can only hope that the memes that come out of King Charles's reign are as glorious as the memes that came out of Queen Elizabeth's reign.
God save the queen!
God save the queen! We hope that she is looking down from her throne in super heaven, where the rich go.
No, everyone goes to heaven.
Everyone goes to heaven? No, I'm saying that there's like a super heaven that you can pay to get into.
No.
I'm just joking.
No. It's just everyone goes to heaven.
Yeah.
You can't be richer than God. It's impossible.
Richer than the queen.
The queen's not even the richest monarch.
Nope, not by a long shot. But yes, thank you so much for listening, and we hope that you will subscribe to the podcast on whatever platform that you find it on, and make sure to share it with a friend.
Yes.
Goodbye!
C'est la vie.